Chris Rock is performing a stand-up gig tonight in Boston, his first appearance since the Oscars. If you were Chris, what would be the first joke you'd tell, assuming you'd want to acknowledge Will Smith's slap?
Walk out, wait for applause to die down, then. Don't get any ideas, none of you motherfuckers are famous.
He really deserved the award for Best Actor, because after watching the movie Ali, I thought he actually knew how to throw a punch.
Open hand, because paper beats rock.
Damn, that's good.
You know how you can tell that slap wasn't staged? Will didn't make the studio give Jaden a role.
This is one I hadn't heard before. Nice.
RIF off of Pee Wee Herman's opening remarks at MTV Awards after he was arrested for masturbating iPublic. Seen any good TV lately?
To get started, are there any insecure couples in the front row?
Okay, I'ma need y'all to move to the back.
I was at the Comedy Cellar, which based on the timing must have been one of the first times Michelle Wolf performed after the White House Correspondents' Dinner. She said something like, "I'm Michelle, and I never thought I'd say this, but you probably know me from Fox News."
I saw Aziz Ansari at the Comedy Cellar during his sexual assault allegations. His jokes would start out on a serious note, referring to it like, "Listen, I know I gotta work on myself," or "the last few months have had a lot of hard lessons for me," etc., and then go into a completely different story but with the same tones. Then at the very end he gave a little more emotion and expressed gratitude for us giving him a chance to perform. BC he wasn't performing at the moment. It was a great set.
Someone said he should get a helmet and a neck support. I think this would have been the first part of the joke, and then he should have said, "I brought this because my next joke is about Shaquille O'Neal's wife." Edit. Wow, this blew up. Thank you so much for the awards.
Or wear shin guards and say, "My next joke is about Kevin Hart's wife."
No talk of Will Smith, still tore the house down. He's got another show at 10:30. When he walked out, the F-ing building shook. 10 minutes standing, oh, he said, "Come on people, let me do the show." The guy's material is brilliant. Comic genius. Talked politics like if he was possessed by George Carlin. The whole thing was a comedic masterpiece. COVID, Ukraine, Trump, Hillary. No holds barred, no one was spared. Tonight wasn't for the squeamish. F-ing hilarious. Comedic gold. Chris Rock is a comedy legend and a class act. First show at the Wilbur. Thank you Chris, you're a class act.
So, I fired one of my joke writers Monday.
I feel like a joke about Will Smith would just be cheating at this point, but I guess that's never bothered him before.
Will would literally fly out to Boston just to slap his ass for that one LMAO.
Chris in these comments taking notes.
Unless Chris is op lol.
Now before we start, does anyone here have a wife with a medical condition that I need to be aware of?
Lol, watch this be Chris Rock who made this post, and you just made him a couple more million indirectly.
So, I guess you've all heard that G.I. Jane 2 probably isn't happening.
This is my favorite, and he says it in a super bummed out tone like that's his only real concern.
Come out wearing a helmet and with 2 bodyguards by his side.
Yep, just walk on stage with a full face crash helmet on, tinted visor down. Get to middle of stage, stop, flip the visor up and look around at the audience as if trying to pick someone out. Maybe using those little theater binoculars.
Entering the stage wearing a neck support.
Getting wheeled on stage in a wheelchair would be hilarious.
Well, after my busy schedule of producing Will's biggest hit in years, I was able to make it here tonight.
Now we know why he didn't win for Ali.
This reminds me of Pee Wee Herman's first show after getting out of jail for allegedly masturbating in a theater. He walked out and shouted, "Heard any good jokes lately?" Chris Rock will either make one joke about it and move on like Pee Wee did, or he could make his entire act nothing but jokes about Will Smith's wife. I think everyone's hoping for the latter.
I feel that Chris is classier than that and might come up with a short bit about it.
Publicly thank Will Smith for all the extra ticket sales.
This, almost like the humor isn't in a joke at their expense but in acknowledging how crazy it's been, and then, I'd like to personally thank Will and she will shall not be named for the boost in popularity. I ain't been this popular since, well damn, ever. Looks like everybody loves Chris now.
So how many of you got your tickets in the last 3 days?
Scalpers working overtime.
I'd be like,
Y'all are never gonna guess what happened to Emmy the other day.
Keep dancing around it. I had a hell of a week, let me tell you. I had to pick up my tux from the dry cleaners for the Oscars. Tells some cliché story about dry cleaners messing something up. After that, I arrived at the show and had what some might call an altercation. Everyone knows that I don't like arbitrary food or beverage, and those sobs put that in there. I knew that this was going to be a bad night. Tell a few more harmless anecdotes leading up to the slap, then skip right over it and thank the audience.
I would start by walking out with crutches and a neck brace and be like, Jada's other lover hit harder.
It. I would call my whole tour, so Will Smith just slapped me at the Oscars, and travel from city to city with it.
Or to quote himself, call it the Will Smith slapped the poo out of me tour.
I'm gonna open with some alopecia jokes. And then 2 huge bodyguards walk out and stand on either side of him.
Bodyguards come out to Here Come the Men in Black. Quote.
Ya know what I heard about Jada Pinkett Smith? Long pause, as he looks nervously around the room. Not a damn thing.
There are ones that are funnier than this, but this one has the best ratio of funny to well-crafted taste.
I was gonna say something about Will and Jada, but decided to wait until August.
I was gonna say something about Will and Jada, but decided to wait until August ** comes. A minor adjustment.
If I knew Will was gonna get so mad about my making fun of his wife, I would have asked one of her boyfriends for permission first.
Stealing this from somewhere else, but in the same vein. I have to give Will props, he's a better man than me. I'd never defend someone else's girl like that.
Thank you for watching. We upload new videos every day, so be sure to come back for more fun. Please consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video.